Welcome, everybody, back to the Mike Knoxxx Show. I am your host tonight, Mike Knoxxx. And indeed, I spelled my name with 3 X's because, like that beat you hear behind me, I am hardcore. People, ready? Rest in peace to the man known as Magoo. But I want to get into this for a second right here, if we can. Right? Can we make that a little bigger? All right, there we go. Thank you. Wrestling has been built off of good guys versus bad guys, Hatfields versus the McCoys, Cowboys versus Native Americans. Ha! Y'all I was gonna say it, didn't y'all? You got me, boy. I was gonna say. I actually almost did. But that's wrestling, right? When I was growing up as a child, no one ever cheered for the Joker. No one cheered for Darkseid. No one thought Magneto was correct. Then we got grown. Hip hop flourished. Everybody wanted to be Ja Rule, which is a fake thug. I love Ja Rule. That's my guy. But that's not who he really is, right? And go get 50 Cent's book. He'll tell you. He's a guy who cut his head bald, put a bandana on his head like Tupac, and tried to rap like DMX. And I was a big fan. Dice talks about it all the time. That what's his first album, Vinny Verdici, whatever that joint was called. I didn't like the album too much, but I liked all the hits that had Ashanti featuring on them, right? Because I could always tell he was a wankster, right? But that didn't stop me listening to his music. But that's what fans have become today. Wrestling fans are a bunch of wanksters, right? All of a sudden, y'all like The Hill. John Cena has left the building, but when he comes back, now you cheer. But when John Cena was here, all we heard was, John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks. That's all you heard. When Roman Reigns, before he became the tribal chief, as I am the tribal chief of staff here on Unpopular Review, Mike Knoxxx, spelled with 3 X's because I'm hardcore. You don't believe me? Just look at me right now as I'm doing this video after surgery. This is dedication, hard work, dedication. I got that from my man Floyd Money Mayweather, TBE, the best ever. This is what you guys have to understand. Why would you not cheer for the big dog, Roman Reigns, but you love the throw up the ones for the tribal chief? When Rocky Maivia was Rocky Maivia, all you heard was die, Rocky, die. But when he became The Rock and joined the nation, all of a sudden you want to slob on his knob like corn on the cob. I don't get it. But let's just break this down for you guys, all right? What is a face in wrestling? Known simply as the face, a baby face. These are good guys in the ring, and usually the ones in the crowd are cheering for. John Cena is the perfect embodiment of a face. It's somebody you cheer for the children. Then we have today's Roman Reigns, right? The heel, the antagonist, the guy that does whatever it takes to win a match. Doesn't matter. Pull the tights, grab the ropes, get disqualified to keep the title. Look what he did against Seth Rollins in their epic match was it last year sometime, Vaughn? You know, my mind is eluding me sometimes. When he took on Seth Rollins for the title and Seth came back out with the Shield gear on, he got disqualified on purpose to keep the belt. That's what villains do. That's what heels do. Then we have the ultimate tweener. He went from being a heel to being a tweener. Stone Cold Steve Austin was never a face in wrestling. Listen to me, people. A face does not go like this and say, fuck you, Dave Meltzer, and fuck you, Dirt Sheets. You see what I'm doing right here? This is heel shit. This is heel shit. This is not what good guys do. He was never a face. Ever. Okay? He's always been a tweener. A professional wrestler who is... My damn thing's in the way. I can't see the guy down. There it is. Okay. What is a tweener? A professional wrestler who is neutral or morally neither a face nor a heel or showing no favoritism towards either alliance. That's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Then we have heels like Austin Theory, Taz in his ECW days, Nikita Koloff, the Russian Sickle. Then we have your ultimate baby faces, Sting, NWA, WCW, Rey Mysterio, Rocky Maivia. Again, look at it, guys. Look at the pictures on the screen. You got Ultimate Face. Look at this side. Ultimate Face and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Ultimate Heel, Ravishing Rick Rude. Guys, it's not hard. It's not rocket science. I do not understand, and I will never understand why wrestling fans have not. Let me rephrase it, all right? Because I'm a little loopy. Let me rephrase it, right? I'm going to talk about Jey Uso momentarily. I got you. That it's a title of the show, Jimmy. I got you, bro. I got you. It's called a segue, okay, in the entertainment business. We call it a segue. This is episode like 3,967. I don't know. We're almost at 4,000. I got to check the stats, okay? But I got you, Jimmy. I promise you, I got you, okay? You have to understand as wrestling fans, and what made me even want to bring this subject up was all the love for LA Knight all of a sudden. We have in a group chat for Unpopular Review, who's the biggest face today? Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, LA Knight. If somebody else is in there, I forget. Only one's a face? It's Cody Rhodes. Seth Rollins is not a face. He's a tweener. LA Knight is not a face. He's a tweener. Why can't people understand that? That's my only problem. We have to be intelligent wrestling fans and know what they're giving us. There is nothing that LA Knight, that does that makes him a face. Yeah! That doesn't make him a face because he has the nice little chant you guys like to chant at. Yeah! He goes, LA Knight. Yeah! Make him a face, guys. Doesn't make him a face. Because before the new iteration of when he was in NXT, he was completely a heel. Completely. Why? Because he comes out with his Stone Cold Steve Austin Wranglers on that are too fucking tight, and his wannabe fucking Timberlands, and his wannabe Stone Cold Steve Austin vest. Yeah, I told you motherfuckers I was switching on y'all. Didn't I tell you that? Fuck LA Knight. I'm going to say it again. Fuck LA Knight. Yeah! Because when I was liking that motherfucker, none of you motherfuckers fucking like it. And now all of a sudden, y'all want to be LA Knight fans. I don't get it. So that's what we come with this subject today. Heels and faces. What's the difference, guys? You don't get mad at the company. Get mad at yourself. Because I think the hardest thing in professional wrestling to do today is be a face. It's easy when they come on here and cuss you guys out, talk about your city, talk about your fat girlfriend, your non-pussy getting ass motherfuckers. That's easy. But it's very difficult to come out and get you to like me. That's hard for people to do in professional wrestling. You know why? Because all of a sudden, we got the internet. People hide behind their keyboards and their cameras. They say they're from Philadelphia, but they're really from Media, PA. Right? They're not from Chester. They're not from Philly. They say they're from New York, but they're really from like fucking Flushing, New York. That shit don't count. You ain't from the Bronx. You know what I mean? That shit don't count. What does that say? It's hard to be pure baby. It's super hard, Phil, to be a pure baby face. Fans today love Dr. Doom on the Fantastic Four. Again, I don't get it. That's why I'm with you, Phil. I respect a good baby face. It's hard to be a baby face. It's super hard. Again, I'm going to say this every time I bring up faces. I literally almost got into a fight at WrestleMania in New Orleans because I was cheering for Roman Reigns over Brock Lesnar. I get it, guys. You guys can smoke weed now because of the Chronic album. I get it now, guys. You guys can talk all the shit you want to and call me all kind of N-words behind the microphone because you may be in Nebraska and I live in Florida now and I can't get to you. But deep down in your loins, in your balls, because you have no marbles, you know you a punk ass. So wrestling fans, do me a favor. Stop being a punk ass. And like who you like, because that's the story. Good guys versus bad guys. And another thing that bothered me, Vaughn, on Friday, on SmackDown, right? And I'm going to get to it in a second. On one hand, as soon as Roman came out, all you saw was this. The ones go up, right? And as soon as Jay came out, they started cheering for Jay and booing Roman. What the fuck? At least when I went to WrestleMania 28 in Miami, I openly said I'm a Triple H guy and I'm not an Undertaker fan. I respect Undertaker, but I'm not a fan. But watching him live, being around that atmosphere live, I'm screaming Undertaker, Triple H, because it was that great of a scene. Still not a Taker guy. I'm a Triple H guy. Wrestling fans, stop, just stop. Cody Rhodes is pure babyface. Seth is Phil. I'm glad my production manager backstage keep putting your comments up because you are the embodiment of an intelligent wrestling fan.